Hey, my name is Brittany Lynch, and thanks for signing up for How to Knit a Scarf in a Day. You also signed up for my newsletter, and in my newsletter, I'm going to be sending you great tips and tricks about knitting every single day to your inbox. And I hope you really enjoy them. My big goal is to really help you enjoy knitting, learn to knit if you don't know how to knit already, and kind of get to know some great patterns that aren't all that complicated and don't really take that much time. I'll give you some examples of some of the projects that I've knitted. You can see that I've got this beautiful cardigan, orange, kind of raglan style, really nice. You can dress it up or dress it down. I love the color, and the quality of wool I think is very important. I also did this sweater right here. You can see, great little pattern, and I'm going to be sharing all of my patterns with you over the course of the next little while through my email. I've got some simple ones as well, some nice little hats for the beginners, and you can see this little tank top here. That looks great with some jeans and a white t-shirt. Just some more sweaters, cool little designs, kind of like a crop top, very modern. And of course some scarves. Now in today's video I'm actually going to be showing you how to make a scarf. And you can see this is a scarf that I'm actually going to be showing you how to make. I'm a big believer in making beautiful pieces of knitting, but that don't take that much time and aren't that complicated. So for me, I want to break down my knitting process and do it very simply so that even for the complete beginner or even the more advanced person, you can learn how to knit a scarf in just one day. And I think the importance is not making it too complicated, but using quality wool. Now, why would you want to have a scarf or knit a scarf in one day? There's all sorts of reasons, especially with the Christmas season coming up. Knitting scarves and giving scarves as presents are the absolutely best thing you can give. I gave them out to all my friends and family last year and they loved it. They wore it all year and they're still wearing it this year actually. So I think it's really good. So it's great to start kind of stockpiling your scarves, getting your colors down for the Christmas season. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start teaching you how to knit a scarf in one day. Now again, like I said, the key here is not to overcomplicate anything. I'll just grab my knitting needle right here. Getting lost in all my wool, okay? So you want to start with just one 8-ounce skein of 4-ply yarn, okay? So I'm using this one, alpaca, okay? So 8-ounce skein of 4-ply yarn and some number 10 knitting needles and time. That's really all you need. And again, I'm going to build this scarf in just one day, and I'm going to do it in just probably under 4 hours, which is a good time amount because you can do this anywhere. You can do it on the bus. You can do it while you're kind of, commuting to work and that sort of thing. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to take your one knitting needle and you want to make a slip knot, okay? You want to make a knot and you want to put that on your knitting needle. It's just a quick little slip knot there. So you can see, little slip knot, very easy to do, okay? So that's the first knit. This is casting on, okay? You need to cast on in order to knit your scarf. Then what you want to do is you want to add your stitches. So you basically just go like that and turn it, okay? So you take it in your hand, turn it, pop it on, okay? And make sure you're counting the numbers as you go along. And you're going to want to try to keep an even tension. That's very important. So that's 4. So I'm just going like this, putting it on there. 5, 6, okay, 7, 8, and you're going to want to just make sure you've got enough yarn from your ball. There you go. So how many was that? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I think 35 is a really good number to go with. So you're just going to want to keep doing that until you have 35. Okay, very step by step. Okay. And I think 35 is a great number to create a nice width scarf and really doesn't take that long, okay? And again, it's important to make sure you're getting an even tension all the way. So let's see, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, okay? I'm just going to keep adding these. So you can see I accidentally double crossed it, so you don't want to do that. Okay, so that's 35. Okay, so we've got that there. This is our first step. This is part of casting on, okay? And you want to keep this in even tension so that you have an even scarf. So you can see here with this scarf, it's all very even. okay? And that's what makes the scarf really pretty. Often what you'll want to do is you'll want to create a tension band like this just to test the width of your scarf. But we're going to skip that step for now because I'm just showing you the basics, okay? So now what we want to do is we want to take our knitting and we want to push it to the front like this. And we're going to take the first little loop, okay, the first little loop up here, and stick our right needle under that left loop, okay? And we're going to take our knitting around like this, okay, and pull up and over. So stick the needle under like that and go under and then over, okay? And you're just going to do that and continue until you're actually done. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video for just a second and I'm going to finish this and come right back. Okay, we're back. So we're close to the end of the knitting, as you can see, end of the knitting of this yarn, or sorry, this row. So I'm just going to do the last few stitches and continue to pull it off. So putting it under, wrapping it around, pulling the stitch off. It's important you pull the stitch off. If you forget that, you're going to have to start over. So you can see I'm just wrapping it around, sticking it under, pulling it off. Sticking it under, wrapping it around, popping it up and over, okay? Under, around, up, over. So you can see that's the end of that, that row. So you can see our scarf is kind of forming. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to switch hands, okay? And you're going to want to make sure that this is in your right hand. And you're going to scrunch the scarf to the front and you're just doing the same thing. So you're going to take the first knit, under, around, up, and over, under, around, up, and over, okay? And you're just going to keep doing this until you reach your desired length, okay? It might be 100 rows, it might be 150 rows. It's completely up to you how long you want this scarf to be, okay? So you're just going to keep going for a little while until you decide that that's how long you want the scarf's going to be. So there's only one last thing we need to do, and the last thing is you're going to knit the scarf to the desired length that you want. And then you need to cast off, okay? Casting off is very, very easy, but that's actually what's, binds the scarf together so it doesn't undo, and so on and so forth. And so I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. I'm going to actually show you how to do it after this row, just for the sake of time. So just bear with me as I pause this video. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to cast off. Hey, I'm here again, and I just want to show you that this is where I am in the scarf. It took me about 10 minutes to get here. And so, like I said, you're going to want to just keep knitting until you have the scarf the length that you want. I like my scarves pretty long, and it really is up to you how long you like your scarves. But right now, what I'm going to show you is how to cast off. As soon as you've reached the length that you want to reach for your scarf, whether it's a foot or 2 feet or 3 feet or what have you, or a meter long, you're going to need to cast off. So I'm going to show you, for example's sake, how to cast off as soon as you've reached the length that you want to reach, okay? So you're going to want to move your knitting all the way up to the front again. You've got your string right here, okay? And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to knit 2 stitches. You're going to under, around, up, and over, under, around, up, and over. Okay, so that's 2 stitches. Now, to cast off, you're going to want to do something a little different. You're going to want to take this first stitch here and put it over this second one and then take it off. So again, I tend to go like this. Take the first stitch, and you just want to hold on this string, and you're going to kind of pull this first stitch over the second one and off, okay? Then you're going to knit a second one, so around, up, and over, just as you normally knit. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take this stitch and pull it over this one, so, and then take it off. So that's part of the casting off strategy, okay? So you just want to get your needle under the first stitch, and sometimes it's a bit difficult. And then again, you're going to want to pull it off, okay? And then off. And then knit one more, and you're just going to do this all the way until it's all the way knit off. So you've got your 2 stitches, and you're going to take this one, knit it over this one, and pull it off. So again, stick your needle under the first knit, and then pull it up, around, keeping this second one on there, okay? So it's slowly casting off. Okay, so knit one more, you've got it on the stick, and then you're going to stick your needle under the first knit, and then pull it over the second one like that, okay? So knit one more, and you're going to do this the entire time. So knit, and then you're going to put your needle under this one, and then pull it over this one, okay? So knit under here, Okay, so you've got the knit under here, and then you're just going to hold this needle like that and then go over, holding onto that one. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video as I continue to cast off, and I'll show you the last few examples. Okay, you can see I've almost cast off entirely. You can see all the way that this is almost completely cast off our scarf, and then I just have a few knits left to do. So I'm continuing the process, just knitting one. Okay, putting it on the other needle, and then knitting the back one over the front one, like that. Okay, so knitting one, like this, and then taking the back one over the front one and pulling it off. Knitting one, taking the back one over the front one. Okay, so there you go, you've got that last stitch. You can do this one last time here, and then you're going to take the back one over the front one. Okay, and then you've got that. So you're at the very last point here. Now all you need to do is, you can see that we're completely cast off except for the last stitch. This is the start of our scarf. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut this string with a little bit of a room. Okay, and then you're going to just basically stick this string through the last knit hole and then pull it off of here. Okay. Okay, so you can see that we've got our scarf completely casted off. Okay, and again, this was as an example. You can build the scarf as long as you want it. This took me about 10-15 minutes, so to build an entire scarf might take about 2 hours depending on how long you want it, and it's very good quality wool, so that's nice. That makes a huge difference. Okay, so we've completely got our scarf. Then the last thing we would do is basically just sew this into here. Okay. Okay, and so that's how you knit a scarf in a day. And again, those are great for Christmas presents, those are great for giving to friends, for birthdays, and all of that. Now, the last thing I want to share with you is I do have another program, which is how to knit a sweater in 10 days. So you can see that I'm all about simple strategies for creating beautiful knitting projects that you can use for Christmas or for birthday gifts. So I'll just show you the sweater that I'm wearing right now as an example. Okay, so you can see that I've got this sweater right here that I'm wearing. It's very nice. You can dress it up or dress it down. And in my program, Learn How to Knit a Sweater in 10 Days, this is the actual project that you're going to be doing. So if you're interested in doing that, I'm going to be providing video for the entire program as well as the pattern. So every day I'll show you a video of how to do exactly what I'm doing and complete the project in 10 days. So you'll get that video instruction as well as the actual pattern, so it's all done live in front of you. And if you have any questions, you can let me know, send me an email, because you'll get my email access when you purchase the product. I normally sell it for $67, but I'm going to sell it for $47 for the next month, because it's coming up to Christmas and I want to see you create some beautiful sweaters, and I'd love for you to share them on the fan page and create a really great community in that fan page section. So thanks very much, have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to my next emails. Thanks.